Hey, what's happening, everybody? Popin Pete here, and here's another edition of Popin Pete Telling Me a Story. And on this Popin Pete Telling Me a Story, I'm going to talk about the creator of no other than snaking style. This guy, King Cobra, better go by his real name is Daryl Johnson from Long Beach, California, created this style when he was, get this, 14 years old. That's right, 14. Not a grown man, a little kid. That now this style is all over the world, and a lot of people don't know who the creator is. Again, King Cobra, Daryl Johnson, Am Street, and everybody out there that lives in Long Beach know what Am Street is on the east side. This is where this style was manufactured, created, got down by this young kid. The story is that Daryl, when we moved on the block in 1978, me, Daryl, George and Daryl ended up being in the same group, the Mysterious Poppers, with Kent and Bruno Popin Taco. So, but we were all trained by Boogaloo Sam. George lived like across the way from us. This is I think this is Lewis. This is house here. We live in an apartment here. Daryl Johnson lived down the street. So when Sam started teaching him that Daryl could pop, boogaloo, scarecrow, kick, do all the stuff that we all were learning, all the kids on the block. Then few months went by. We moved off of Elm Street, and we started hearing my little brother Tick and Deck started telling me about this guy named Bruno, aka Popin Taco, at his high school doing these weird movements. Thus, people heard me tell that story when I first saw Taco. Now, that day I saw Tacos is the day Daryl was standing next to Taco, but Daryl didn't get out, so I didn't know the connection that, he told me he learned from the Popin and all this, and he learned it from, but I'd never seen Daryl get down with the snaky. Till one day I witnessed the most magnificent thing in when I say magnificent, and I'm using that word, Taco, when I saw him, was like, whoa. When I saw the creator do it, it was on a whole nother level. Taco is high level. Everybody around the world, or people see Popin Taco do snaky style, be like, oh my God. If you had a chance to see King Cobra, your mind would have been blown out the water, like your head would have just blew up off. He was doing things that no one can do. Daryl. Now everyone do this. He would do this, and I'm not good at snaking. I just love it. But he would do this, and then he would reverse it. He would doing this, and then his chest would just implode like this. He had wide shoulders. He was tall and slender, so his shoulders were wide. So when he did this, it went in, and it came way out here. Now he would stand, and his body would just be straight, but his body, he can make his body, he just kind of like go over like this and more like that. His body's like this. His head is right here. Then he would swing around, and then he would look, then he would go down. Now, people seen Taco do this, but Daryl used to go down and then go back almost like a W and do it. And come around and come up, and then he would come up and he'll look at you like he's like a snake, and he'd sit there in his head. Now, also what he did that a lot of people didn't do, he used kind of like the tidal wave. Like, the tidal wave we do is like this. Now he would, because he learned tidal wave, and he would do a tidal wave like this, and then go like this, and then reverse it up. I'm not doing 1/10 of what this man was doing. So, just imagine his body looked like a snake. It would just do this, and then it would collapse. All this would collapse in. Then he would shoot around. Then he'd go this way. Then he'd go like this. Then his head, he would bring down. His head would come up like this. And his neck would be in here more deep, and then he would be doing something like that. His neck would come up, and he would go down. Neck would come up, he would go down. Well, if I practice, I'd probably be good at this. But anyway, these are things that, I see people, I call it the snaking one-on-one. Good, but it's like they saw what Taco did and they kind of copied that. but they don't know how to go outside that box. If Daryl was here, Daryl used to use his leg like whoosh, and just be good, like, because he knew how to boogaloo. So he would do all this stuff and be so I mean, again, so I had to tell you the story. And like I said, a 14-year-old kid made up this style. 14. The best that ever done it. There is no one else better than him. Now, I'm saying that. It's coming out of my mouth. Daryl, if you're out there, if you're watching this on Facebook, my hat's off to you. You need to come back, show people what's up, and so they can get the taste of real snake. Real snaking. Alright? Peace out. One love. King Cobra. Oh yeah, well, let me just tell you. See, okay. King Cobra and in the group, there was Mysterious Popper. So I got to give props to all of them. Because they all was great, because they all learned from Daryl. Again, the Mysterious Poppers were Daryl, King Cobra, George, King Rattler, Kent, King Python, Bruno, a.k.a. Papa Taco, King Snake. 4 of the baddest cats out of Long Beach doing their thing. Created a style. Daryl Johnson. Peace.